You motherfucking tube. It's your boy Rallo Jenkins. Been watching a couple videos. Checking out some dudes. T Styles and Zone6. Poor Counter put up a very interesting very short video. The same usual topic that we always seem to get revved up and debating about. But this video, I want to talk about some shit. There's certain fighters or certain fights that I would like to see. I know Zone6 did a video talking about fights that he would like to see. There's a few fights that I would like to see and some that I would not like to see. First of all, I want to say Kell Brook. This dude's name been getting thrown around for forever. You know what I'm saying? Everybody keep kind of putting him in the mix, but he won't fight nobody. I mean, I don't know what the deal is, but this motherfucker just won't fight. And then again, too, I don't understand why him and Amir Khan, if Amir Khan is going to fight at 147, why they won't have a big throwdown in Great Britain to see who's the best. You know what I'm saying? I would like to see that fight. I think that would be a very interesting fight. Carson Jones, I know that he had a tough fight with Kell Brook in a rematch, I think, where he got knocked out. I would like to see Carson Jones in a couple more fights. I think it'd be very interesting to see him, get a shot, at least be a player in the mix. You know what I'm saying? Jesse Vargas and Lucky Boy. I wouldn't even mind seeing a rematch with them two, but I would actually rather see them in against, like, let's say Luis Abrego, Lucky Boy, and Jesse Vargas. I would like to see him in there with Provatnikov or Mike Alvarado. Mikey Garcia. Shit, man. Who the fuck don't I want to see him fight? Yeah, that would be a damn good fight with him and Yuriorkis Gamboa. That would be a damn good fight. More importantly, anybody from Top Rank versus anybody from Golden Boy. I mean, if they could finally put their differences to the side and start making some fights, do you know how much money that they can make together now that they haven't worked together in so long? So many big fights can be made. Aside from the obvious, you know what I'm saying? Aside from the obvious, can you imagine Danny Garcia versus Brandon Rios, Mike Alvarado versus Adrian Broner, Amir Khan versus Jesse Vargas, Terrence Crawford versus Gary Russell, Juan Manuel Marquez versus Lucas Matisse, Marcos Maidana versus Brandon Rios. I mean, the possibilities are endless. We can even go, Gabriel Rosado and can't think of my man's name now. Delvin Rodriguez. You know what I'm saying? Because I actually think that Delvin Rodriguez is gonna beat Miguel Cotto. He might even knock Cotto out. Shit, man. motherfucking damn it, what's my man's name? Fucking middleweight. Damn, I can't remember his name. Shit. I mean, yeah, man. I mean, just Golden Boy and Top Rank, man. Possibilities are endless. And the network shit, I mean, look. I don't know if y'all remember back in the day when Tyson was with Showtime and Lennox Lewis was with HBO. These motherfuckers did a joint pay-per-view. These motherfuckers worked together. I don't know if y'all remember that. Jimmy Lennon Jr., he introduced Mike Tyson. Michael Buffer introduced Lennox Lewis. I mean, they worked it the fuck out, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, can you imagine the amount of money still out there for a Mayweather-Pacquiao fight still to this day? HBO Showtime coming together. Top Rank Golden Boy coming together. Do you know what type of event that they could put on if they fucking work together? Y'all think that this Mayweather Alvarez card was the shit? Can you imagine the possible card that could be? Even if you take, let's just say we take Mayweather Pacquiao out of the equation, you still could put on a mega fucking pay-per-view. A monstrous pay-per-view. If these two sides work together. Think about the cross promotion. HBO promoting it and Showtime promoting it. Come the fuck on. You got so many cross platforms that you can promote. So many different fighters that you could put in the mix. I mean, it could be fucking amazing. But then the thing about, and I heard like D Styles talk about like the culture of boxing and shit. We live in a very fucking sissified society, a sensitive ass society and shit. You know what I'm saying? Where everybody wants to cry, wolf and shit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to feel like they're picked on, the pity and shit. I was just watching. I always have to look at this shit just to remind me of the golden years of boxing. And I know this shit wasn't for real, but just when you heard this shit, it got you fucking revved up and anxious and ready to see some shit. When Holyfield knocked out Michael Dokes, and his manager at the time, whatever the fuck his name was, got in the ring and said, "We're ready to fight Mike Tyson. Right now, winner take all." I mean, I know technically they were never gonna put the motherfuckers in the ring and say, you know what I'm saying, that shit was never really gonna happen. But to have the gall to say that shit and to put that shit out there like that, you know what I'm saying? Fighters used to call other fighters out. You know what I'm saying? We didn't know who the fuck guys' managers was and who their promoter was. That shit didn't matter back in the day. Now, damn near the most important. It's more important who your promoter is than who the fuck you fight in the ring now. That's how fucked up boxing is now. And people say, the sport's not. Nah, the sport is healthy, money-wise, based on the economic stream that if you know what I'm saying, it's almost like saying the economy is hurting. But the rich people don't know that shit. The economy is doing damn good for them motherfuckers. I work for a billionaire. Economy all right to him. Shit's lovely for him. So when you put all of that in totality, all these rich motherfuckers in with the poor people, Yeah, the economy seem okay. You know what I'm saying? When you throw Bill Gates and Warren Buffett and goddamn uh fucking the fuck is his name? Goddamn George Steinbrenner's family, Jerry Jones. You put all of them in the pool with the broke people. Yeah, it should have balanced out. So when we say that, boxing is doing great because Floyd Mayweather and Canelo Alvarez did 2 million pay-per-views and shit like that. Not really. You know what I'm saying? That's not really the case because that's one fighter. It's one motherfucker. Doesn't really equate to a healthy sport. Just like, having 35 billionaires in the United States doesn't necessarily mean that the United States economy is healthy. You know what I'm saying? Because the mass majority of fighters and a very large percentage of fighters don't make shit. You know what I'm saying? And of course, like I say, it's not Floyd's fault. You know what I'm saying? He's just taking advantage of the system that was already put in place. But there is no balance. I would like to see more balance in boxing. Just more people get an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? And not so much based off of who your promoter is. Because in all actuality, when it comes to certain fighters, like, for instance, how many promoters are there in boxing? Who knows? Can I get anybody to name 10 promoters in boxing without using fucking Google or Wikipedia? Back in the day, I couldn't tell you one promoter. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess, no, I'll take that back. I guess as long as I've been watching boxing, I always knew who Don King was. And I always knew who Bob Arum was. But that was only because of Mike Tyson. And Bob Arum had, like, fucking Muhammad Ali or some shit at one point. Not until this recent crop of boxers do you know who their promoter is. Fuck, you know who the fuck a promotional company promotes before you even know who the fuck the fighter is sometimes. I don't give a fuck about promoters. Wait. We don't know who the fuck agents are in other sports. Who the fuck is Derrick Rose's agent? You know what I'm saying? Who is fucking Miguel Cabrera's agent or manager? Who the fuck is LeBron James's agent or manager? Calvin Johnson. Who the fuck is his manager in football? Or Tom Brady's? Nobody fucking knows. And we're not supposed to care. The only time we should, as fans, give a fuck about who a manager is, it's when some really fucked up shit happens. And the only reason anybody else should know, is if you're a player looking for a fucking agent or a manager. But in boxing, if you ain't with this promoter, you ain't gonna get no big fights. You ain't gonna get on TV. If you ain't with this promotional company, you can't fight this guy. This dude is your manager, so you can't fight this guy because he's managed by the same guy. Fighters don't call other fighters out. You remember, like, back in the day, everybody used to call out De La Hoya. I want to fight Oscar. We all know why they all wanted to fight Oscar. But you don't even get that shit no more. Everybody ain't calling out Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, everybody knows that's the guy that everybody wants to fight. But you can't even get like motherfuckers to say that shit. It's always that generic ass, I'm gonna leave it up to my manager and my manager's gonna blah blah blah. Where's the fucking excitement in that? You know what I'm saying? As much as I don't like this corny motherfucker, the only person who gets it right, at least right now in my eyes, is Adrian Broner. You know what I'm saying? Adrian Broner's the only motherfucker doing that shit. But I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know what happened to the days of, you know, Antonio Tarver showing up at Roy Jones's press conferences. You know, bitch, quit ducking me. You know what I'm saying? I've been trying to get a fight with you for fucking 5 years. What the fuck happened to that? I didn't know shit about Tarver. I hadn't hardly seen Tarver fight. And didn't give a fuck about Antonio Tarver until he started doing what the fuck he was doing. And to me, he was still a very average boxer. But he talked his way into being a millionaire. That's what you gotta do. It's so easy to do it now with social media and fucking Twitter and Facebook and YouTube and, you know what I'm saying, with so many different platforms. I don't understand these pussy ass boxers now. Oh, I ain't gonna fight big bro. That's my boy. We do songs together type shit. What? Hold on. When I was younger, when I was a kid, me and my homeboys used to box each other for fucking free. We used to do this shit for free. You know what I'm saying? Some motherfuckers bloody noses and shit. You know what I'm saying? Getting hit in the face by accident. This was for free. Wasn't nobody paying us. And the only spectators was our motherfucking homeboys. Can you imagine if somebody said that they would have paid us hundreds of thousands of dollars? Maybe even millions? We got in there, did our motherfucking thing. Got that shit over with. And went and partied together when we got done. But I don't know, man. Guess it was just a different age in boxing and shit, I suppose. Man, oh man. Boy, have the sport changed. Another thing too here is I want to address one other thing that I know Paul Counter he touched on in his video about skills. Now, there are different attributes that make up skills in any sport. In any sport. Ben Wallace, he couldn't shoot worth shit in basketball, but he had a special set of skills that made him valuable to the sport. Shaquille O'Neal couldn't shoot a free throw to save his life. Might be one of the top 5 greatest players of all time. Maybe or 10 or however you rate him. Tim Duncan. You ain't never seen Tim Duncan cross nobody over, dribble behind his back, no shit like that. But he's regarded to be the best power forward to ever play. Karl Malone. Have you ever seen him catch an alley-oop? I can hardly ever remember Karl Malone dunking the basketball at all. He's like the second leading scorer in the history of the NBA. Tom Brady runs like a fucking 40-yard dash and shit. He could possibly be the greatest quarterback ever. Can't run like Michael Vick. Doesn't throw a prettier spiral. You know what I'm saying? So skills are measured mostly by results. You know what I'm saying? Like Tom Brady never was said to have had the strongest arm in the league, or the fastest feet, or the best release, or but the results are there. Peyton Manning, the same thing. The results are there. Kobe Bryant or Shaquille O'Neal or Ben Wallace, the results are there. The thing is, you talk about skills. Floyd Mayweather is a very skilled fighter. Don't get it twisted. But let me ask you this. If the majority of people has simply decided that shit was too boring and they didn't want to watch it, they rather watch Barrera Morales type fights, do you think Floyd Mayweather would keep fighting the way that he's fighting? Maybe not. The fact that he gets a fat ass check when he does scrap helps him to sustain fighting the way that he fights. You know what I'm saying? If you can command that kind of money and not take much punishment, not work hard in the ring, then hell yeah, do it. Why in the fuck wouldn't you? But the craziest shit is, it's not enough room for 2 or 3 or 4 people to do the same shit pretty much. You know what I'm saying? So, for every Karl Malone who's very efficient, skilled, and gets the job done with his fadeaway, you know what I'm saying, and his mid-range jump shot, we need a Sean Kemp who gonna jump above the rim and fucking bedazzle you on fast breaks. You know what I'm saying? And for every Allen Iverson who can cross over anybody who's ever stepped on the court anywhere in the world, we need a Ray Allen or a Reggie Miller who can spot up and shoot the lights out, no matter who is checking them or running at them. For every Hakeem Olajuwon who got moves like a ballerina, defense, we need a big ass 7 foot 300 pound Shaquille O'Neal to say I don't need all that shit, but you still can't stop me. That's what makes it interesting. Having a different set of skills. That's what makes this shit interesting. If we all agreed, if we all felt the same way that Pool Counter or Carcino did, think about how boring this shit would be. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that I'm right or wrong, but if we all felt the same way, just think about how boring this shit would be. Would never be no need to watch. We'd all just say Floyd's the greatest of all time at 25-0. He should just retire. So, I mean, the fact that different skill sets bring different things to the ring, we gotta respect the fact that skills don't just look like Floyd Mayweather in the ring. Rollo Jenkins, holla at your boy. You can do you, sit off in the chair, but I'ma do me. Now let me see your hands in
Now put your hands in the air if you feeling like me. That boy from the D, yeah. And you getting that money. Gotta stay fresh so you're stunting on these dummies. Yeah, or you're Miss Independent. Hustle for your own, call your lady, go get it. Now you can do you and sit off in the chair, but I'ma do me. Now let me see your hands in the air. Yeah, first Uno. Flowing so easy, I kick it like judo. So they call me Lucaine, I'm flying in the jet plane, the coldest rapper you know. It's right up on stage, team larger than the sumo wrestler. I'm guessing ya never heard it sound like this. You heard me rap, but not quite like this. Boom, I'm so explosive, you better watch your head. And my team getting hungry, so you better watch your bread. Turn you into shreds, cut you like a raisin. You know I bring the magic like I play for the Lakers. Play ya, if you ain't talking money, see you later. I gotta keep it moving, yup. Bye haters, why phasers? Yeah, we right here, cause we stay up on the rise like we climbing up the stairs. Now you can do you and sit off in the chair, but I'ma do me. Now let me see your hands in the air. Now put your hands in the air if you feeling like me. That boy from the D, yeah. And you getting that money. Gotta stay fresh so you're stunting on these dummies. Yeah, or you're Miss Independent. Hustle for your own, call your lady, go get it. Now you can do you and sit off in the chair, but I'ma do me. Now let me see your hands in the air. Everybody get like me. It's that boy Y-U-N-G K-H-A-O-S, and yes I am back up on the scene, the greatest you ever seen. So you ain't gotta ask why I do it. If you hate and get the finger in between the ring and the index, sorta like a Learjet. Cause you know that your boy stay soaring in the coupe flooring. And if they say that money grow on trees, best believe that your boy got a forest. Nothing like a florist, don't get it screwed up. Cause I ain't talking flowers when I tell them tool up. And my blues nuts, I'm talking about that Mac D6 Mile City streets, and I rep it to a T. Can't forget the jeans with the sneaks and the fitty cap. Young K, been about the block like a running back. Now you can do you and sit off in the chair, but I'ma do me. Now let me see your hands in the air. Now put your hands in the air if you feeling like me. That boy from the D, yeah. And you getting that money. Gotta stay fresh so you're stunting on these dummies. Yeah, or you're Miss Independent. Hustle for your own, call your lady, go get it. Now you can do you and sit off in the chair, but I'ma do me. Now let me see